What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to be attempting to roll the Mustang's rear fenders. Now the reason that I'm doing this is because I am unfortunately still rubbing back there. I'm guessing with the coils and just the crazy amount of suspension travel, it's still hitting. And I mean, I raised the car up a decent amount, so it's been at this gap for a while now, but as you can tell, if you look really close, I was scraping and I drove it maybe a total of 3 miles just to get pics. Came back, was looking around the car, and I was like, I mean, it is what it is. I'm glad I caught it earlier than later, but considering how jacked up it is, and I am not looking to raise the rear any more than that, especially on a look standpoint, because I think that's just decent ride height, decent, I guess, daily ride height, you could call it. The exhaust doesn't scrape anymore from that location. I think it looks good, but I'm really trying to save these tires because they're brand new. I'm so pissed right now that, I don't know if you guys can tell, but they're all scraped up and bitched up already, and it's just, it sucks. I just put them on. And then the front, it's rubbing a little bit in the front, so I'm gonna have to, I don't know, raise that up, adjust the camber. Now I do have the fender roller. My buddy Zach gave it to me months ago when I was gonna, or years ago, when I was gonna fender roll the green one, and I never ended up doing it. So I'm pretty freaking nervous. I'm really nervous to do this, honestly. I've never done this before. I have watched videos on I'm worried about the paint. I'm worried I'm gonna bow out the fender. I'm thinking I take my time, use proper heat, but not too much heat, and just don't go super fast and really take my time with it. I don't think they will come out that bad. Honestly, I'm really just annoyed with jacking up this car lately. Like, I feel like it has constantly been on jack stands, not for like fixing stuff, just doing stuff to it. And I guess it's a good and a bad thing. I'm just kind of burnt from it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. You're gonna want 2 people for this from what I've seen. So Hannah's gonna come over and probably do the heat gun while she's gonna do the heat gun while I roll the fender itself with the fender roller. I'm gonna get it set up. I'm not gonna like talk through this because I don't know what I'm talking about. So I will lapse it and give you guys slight updates, but nothing in depth. Alrighty, so dumbass Ty has the assembly together, and I was like, damn, why is it not moving? Forgot that you got to take the brake off. That would just make too much sense. It's not in gear. All right, so this adjusts actual height. This little thing right here adjusts how this pivots, you know, front and back. You're gonna want to spin it counterclockwise so it pushes, you know, a little bit harder against the fender. Now, as you can tell, there's still a little bit of play I could go, but I don't want to just go right up against it and push super hard right now. I don't want to take a chance of the paint cracking. I connected it with 3 of my old lugs because I don't care about them, so I don't care if they get bitched up. I did 3 just for extra support. Brakes off, and I think that's it. Oh, I have it on the first setting. It was the only way I was able to get it to touch the fender. There's 2 settings, one I think for like deeper fenders. I don't know exactly. Like I said, first time doing this. This is how the assembly looks on the car. Colors match the car well. That's kind of sick. Miss Hannah is going to help me with the heat gun aspect of it, because you obviously want it hot around the fender, so you, again, don't get any kind of paint cracking or anything. I'm gonna really take my time doing this so I don't F anything up, but let me show you the wheel off the car first. A lot of scrapes. In some spots I went deep in it. I don't know if that was there or if I did that, but regardless, not good. Don't want that to happen again because they're too pretty to mess up. Alrighty, let's do this. All right, guys, I'm gonna be honest, this is the worst thing I've ever done. Like, I am not having a good time, but let me show you the progress. So now that I figured it all out and used the actual pre-included spacers that I was supposed to use, this is the progress. As you can tell, it is definitely folded in on itself. Now, not completely done, about halfway done. Probably an hour into it. I'd say 15 to 20 minutes of that was just trying to figure out the right process. But now we're kind of on a roll now that we're getting it done, using a proper amount of heat and just making a ton of passes. I'm gonna reposition this now and just start pushing it towards the outside of the fender, or the inside lip towards the outside of the fender. This sucks. Like a lot.
Yep.
About an hour and a half into this one. Looking good though, definitely worth it. We're both having a great time right now, aren't we, Hannah?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we are. Let me show you the finished product here. We are relatively bent in. Let me get you a different angle here, crawl in here. So she's pretty bent in. I really did the best I could, and I ran my hand along it to see if there's anything sharp, and seems to be good. And then I also took a paint marker and just went along the edge just in case there was some exposed metal or something. Holy Christ, I'm so glad we're done with that. Man, that took us like 3 hours at least. So we are going to go ahead and start on this other side. This is what it looks like stock. So honestly, a relatively big difference, and I'm hoping it clears up any problems that I had.
Perfect.